Hello, hello, hello. This is my first video ever, and I've been reading cards for, gosh, close to 28 years. It's amazing how time flies. So I do know tarot cards. I've never posted a video on YouTube before, but I would like to be your reader today. The title of this reading is, what do you need to be working on right now? Do we really need this reading? It sounds kind of serious, but you know, if you're anything like me, you have a lot of different projects that you start and stop. Maybe you have a very hectic life. Maybe you're an emotional person and you have a lot going on, but let's just look at what it is that you need to be focusing on or working on in your life right now. This is the LunaLapin Rabbit Tarot deck. These are all rabbits. And we have a Connemara Marble Lucky Charm there. I'm going to pull a card for you really quick. Oh, you got the LunaLapin. You got the bunny of all bunnies for you. And then the next one is Rider Waite, typical Rider Waite, except that it's in gold foil, pink with gold foil. Let's get a card picked for you. It's group number 2. Ooh, the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. And then let's look at, I set those to the side for just a moment. Last but certainly not least, I love black cats. Do you love black cats? This is Golden Black Cat Tarot. And I think, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that this is the Agate, Agate Star. And for Black Cat Tarot, we have 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands for you with the Black Cat Tarot. So I'll give you just a moment to look that over. The black cats, of course, get the black cat. That is Golden Sheen Obsidian, I believe. Golden Sheen Obsidian. 9 of Wands for black cat. Then we have the Hierophant, or sorry, the Hanged Man for the sparkly Rider Waite with the Agate Star, a little Druzy Agate, and the Connemara Marble, some of the oldest stone in the world, with LunaLapin, little bunny rabbit. So go ahead and make your decision. All right, if you've made your decision, I'll give you a minute more. You can pause the video. Okay, if you chose the LunaLapin, the little bunny of the moon, these are really cute cards. They're a challenge to shuffle. So I'm going to do the very best I can to give you a great reading here today. We're just going to do quick readings, 3-card reading. Okay, and just think about different things in your life that are going on. What is it that you need to be focusing on or looking at this point in your life? The World, the very back. 4 of Swords. Wow. This is going to be a tough one. There may be a family situation that you need to take a big break from, a step back. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody who maybe has a pregnancy or a child with somebody, or who is dealing with family of origin issues. That would be your parents, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, something from when you grew up. But you may be really needing to redefine what family means to you and where you stand in all of that. I see you as somebody who has pretty high standards and high hopes for family. And it could be that the family that you have right now isn't really helping you or living up to your expectations, or the partner that you have right now is not living up to your expectations. Perhaps you're dealing with an ex or something along those lines. Now, this is an adult-only channel, so these are going to be adult topics. So yeah, I would say if you're sharing custody of a child, or if you're dealing with any partnership issues that are tough, you really need to think about some of that, where you stand, what you want. Think about how much fighting and disagreement you can really take in your life, and start setting limits and boundaries. You may really need to take a step back and take a break. If you can't do that in the natural, if you can't do that easily, then you may need to find a way, whether that's, you know, mentally saying mantras to yourself, or finding a way to really step back from some of the pain and fighting. Take some time to yourself. Treat yourself a little bit better. Stop writing the ups and the downs as much. This is a pile who I would say that this matter might really be affecting your health and or your mental health. So we always want to keep ourselves aware of those things, and be getting a little bit of extra sleep if you need to work on sleep, or you need to clear some of this stuff out of your life. If you're somebody who practices ceremony, you may need to do some cord cutting or clearing of your space in order to feel better about what's going on in your family. You may even feel like you just need a whole new beginning in your life. Tired of the fighting, tired of the ups and downs. You know, you're looking for something better, and you want something better. Tired of the pain, and you want to learn how to live a better life, live a better way. And I'd say that is very noble. So if I had advice for this pile, this is one of those piles where it could be heavy on the advice. And I think what I would tell you is, you know, please consider, first off, watching your health and staying out of arguments that you don't need to be a part of. Clear your space, be getting enough sleep so that you feel mentally and emotionally stronger. Know that it's okay to want more and expect more. You know, if people are turning you down for parties, or ignoring you, or not treating you well, that's not okay. And you deserve to have good family around you that resonates. Now, I'm not going to be too specific, but I'll just say that sometimes our friends become our family. You know, sometimes our families aren't what we hoped. And, you know, it's okay to want a better circumstance for yourself, and it's okay to take care of your own mental health. Yeah, just remember to try to stay emotionally balanced. Don't let people trigger you or set you off. That's going to be bad for you. So my advice for this pile overall is to really start looking at what it is you want, and how to set some good boundaries for yourself, and how to take care of yourself. Getting away a little bit, or creating some distance and boundaries, is an absolute must for this pile. And you do have the shamrock here, the good luck clover, so I think you're going to have a little bit of extra luck with this situation in your life. And again, if there are people that are not treating you right, that's not okay. So, okay, thank you so much, pile number 1. Many blessings. Okay, we're moving on to pile number 2. Excuse me, these cards are very, very slippery. I just got these cards. These cards are brand new, but of course they're Rider Waite, which are the gold standard. I see gold standard as I'm shuffling these. Okay, so what do you need to be working on right now? What does pile number 2 need to be working on? You got the Hangman. Let's see what pile number 2 needs. I'll do one more shuffle here for you. Pile number 2, pile number 2. Okay, let's see here. These are gonna slip and slide no matter what I do. Oh my gosh, I love these cards, but they're very slippery. Okay, we wanna make sure we give a good split for where you are. Maybe you're dealing with some slippery situations in your life, or maybe you're the slippery one. The Hermit. 3 of Wands. Fighting. Okay. Oh. There's some kind of problem in your life that you're dealing with. It's a fight or a disagreement, an argument. Could even be that you're just tired of people in general. And you've kind of gone into hermit mode, or you feel like you're kind of alone in all of this. You don't know what's going to go on, but you're anticipating a fight. You're hoping for the best. Maybe you're hoping things will come through and go your way, but you're not sure that that's ever going to happen because you feel kind of stuck in a difficult situation. It could even be a situation of a legal kind, or just a situation where you've had an argument, disagreement with somebody. But overall, I would say that this is a conflict of some kind in your life, one that you're feeling rather concerned about at the moment, and it seems to be kind of taking over your thoughts. You know, you may even be having some wild fantasies about this. You know, maybe you're hoping that the conflict resolves and that you can work things out with this person. There's a sense I have that you're not really taking action on this matter because you're afraid of a fight or afraid of conflict. What I have to say about that is I think somebody is going to come to you, or something is going to come to you that will help resolve this for you. So if you're having some kind of issue or conflict in your life, my best advice that I have for you is to kind of take it easy. Don't get in your head too much about this and create unrealistic outcomes. If you're just feeling angry or frustrated with people in general, and that has led you to feel more isolated, I want you to know that things are going to be getting better. I hate to say it, but this is a group where I have to say what you put out there with your thoughts can come back to you. Okay? So you need to be kind of fair and just in the way that you think. And, you know, I'm not somebody who, I don't full-heartedly believe in some of the manifestation techniques, or, you know, I don't always believe it's mind over matter because there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. But what I will say is this might be one of those cases where you need to think positively and take the peaceful road with this. Be the bigger person, and by that I mean in your heart and in your mind. And know that this conflict will resolve itself. I know you've been hoping for the best, but also fearing the worst, kind of going back and forth a lot, staying to yourself. Yeah, this may very well have something to do with family or a loved one, feeling really defeated over things, wishing that somebody would make an offer that doesn't seem to come through. It just seems to kind of be stagnating for you. But what I have to say is that something is going to come about in this, and I want you to keep a positive attitude, and remember to go low conflict or no conflict with people. That's going to serve you best, even if you find that very difficult. I know sometimes people don't deserve that. Sometimes people deserve to be told who they are, but sometimes that doesn't work. And I think in this case, it's not going to work. I think that you need to just work on yourself and know that there will be a positive outcome to all this. Yeah. And if it comes to an end, if things come to an end, that may be something that you need to accept as well. And I'm sorry, because it looks like whoever's in this pile, there have been some conflicts, at least internally, maybe especially internally, or you have really gotten tired of dealing with people, or there's been a significant conflict in a love relationship. So play it cool. Okay, that's what I'm saying. And I know that's hard, but play it cool. And I think you'll come out on top with this one. Okay, thank you. Pile number 2. I hope that answered your questions, because it seems like a pretty tough situation that you're in. It's pile number 3. Last but certainly not least, you get the Golden Black Cat Tarot. And this is one of those decks that's a little bit challenging to shuffle. I do like to really shuffle. But all right. What do you need to be working on in pile number 3? What's going on, and what do you need to be working on? Okay, let's split the deck. Oh, kind of got a big pile there at the end. All right. Well, okay. Pile number 3. Let's see. Are you in a tough living situation right now that you want to get out of? But you don't have the money, and you don't want to offend people, but it's just getting intolerable? Or are you in a tough situation that is really keeping you up at night, or giving you stomach aches, or a hard time getting through your day because it's bothering you? There's some sort of situation in your life where you're going to have to really start setting limits and boundaries. Could this be with family? Could it be a living situation? Could it be a working situation that has just started to really get you down? You know, I'm not entirely sure for this pile, but it looks like you may want to live alone or be alone. You need to start taking some time out. You know, it's interesting because this is very similar to the last pile that I did. And, you know, I think for you, you're just looking for a richer, better experience. In some ways, you feel like you've been here before or done this before. Maybe you're at a time in your life where, you know, you've kind of been there or done that. You don't want to deal with the hassle of it all anymore. It's almost like you're older and wiser. I think that, you know what I see in this reading? I see kind of some phoenix energy like this, like a phoenix coming out of the ashes. And if you're in a really dark place with all of this right now and the frustration in your life, what I can tell you is that you have survived 100% of what you've been through in the past. It doesn't mean it's been good. It doesn't mean it's been easy. It doesn't mean it's not left its scarring. But remember that you are powerful, and you have the ability to overcome. If you're dealing with some addiction issues, if you're dealing with some kind of situation that you're in, or you've come together with, it isn't working, that's okay. You need to accept responsibility for the parts that you can change. So this is almost that group that I would say, the courage to change the things that you can. And you do need to be looking at your health. Are you doing too much in certain areas? Are you doing too little? Are you feeling exhausted and worn out in others? I guess if I had to pull a card for you, I might pull like the Temperance card for this pile. Like you need to feel like, I don't know, like you can slow down a little bit and take care of yourself and remind yourself, here it is, the Temperance card. Remind yourself that you too can overcome almost anything. This pile, whatever you're dealing with, is a really tough situation. It's like there are financial elements to this pile. There are mental health elements. There could be some addiction issues going on here. Just total exhaustion and frustration. Like, why do I have to do this again? Why do I have to go through this? So what I would say that you need to be working on right now, you need to be looking to the phoenix that comes out of the ashes. A lot of life is death and rebirth. A lot of life is overcoming things that we previously or prior did not have the skills or the inner strength to overcome, but now we have developed those skills and strengths, or we overcome again and again, time and time again. So if you're in a really dark place in this pile, first I want to say, I'm very sorry, and life is not easy. So yeah, Ace of Cups. Just remember, not too much of one thing, not too much of another. And if there's a love relationship or some kind of relationship in your life that's not helping you out, you may really need to look at that. Pardon me, forgive me, I have a cold, and I just, sometimes the time is now. Yeah, this has to do with a housing situation. There's something to do with your home or where you live. It's like you want to leave, you want to go, you want to change locations. Sometimes changing locations is necessary and it can help, but remember, wherever you are, there you are, you're still with yourself. So you have to continue to work on those things inside yourself, and know that, I'm not trying to be hard on you. I'm just trying to remind you that you can overcome. This is my pile of people that are going through something really tough, that they feel like they're not even sure they can get through it, or why, they're angry. Why do I have to go through this again? And I just want to tell you and encourage you that the phoenix was a very, very powerful and popular symbol among our First Nations peoples for a reason. And like I said, a lot of this is financial, and I would say maybe a good place to be is to really think about what it would take to be bringing in income, or bringing in better income, if that's even possible in your life, and to be taking it easy with anything that is really bringing you down in your life. We don't want that, and if there's a lot of fears going on in your mind, and you need to get some of that quieted down. So this pile, I'm not sure that a reading is going to be all that you need. There's a lot going on here for this pile, but I would say a very good place to start is to have that vision of the phoenix in your mind, and to remember to take things in moderation, and to be careful about some of the relationships in your life and the impact those relationships have. You may need to take some time to yourself and try to rest and recuperate and heal. It's kind of the best that I can do for this pile. There is, like I said, there is an element of needing to find out how to work and get some more money, or do a job that might bring in some more money, or somehow get yourself out from under some difficulties. If you're a magic practitioner, you practice magic, don't forget your magic in all of this, okay? Don't forget that miracles do occur. Okay, that's what I want to leave this pile with. The phoenix, and taking some very practical steps. And don't forget that miracles are possible. Okay, thank you.